the Meg.TV, bro, because that's where it's at, yo. That's where it's at, yo.
God, I can't get nobody to say it ever. Nobody else ever says it. Come
That's
on,
where
you're
it's
supposed to
at.
go. Yeah, the guest and everybody, they're all just supposed to one afternoon. That's where it's at.
Oh, that's where
yeah.
it's at. I'm sorry. I
What's
got
that?
lost, man.
That's where it's at, yo.
That's where it's at.
I got all this lightning coming out my eyes. I can't see shit. Oh, that's going to be a no.
Uh-oh.
Told you.
All right, look, no phone calls during the show.
Very popular person when I don't want anyone talking to me, but they don't call me all day.
Dude. Yeah, the only time I get phone calls is during shows.
Yeah.
It is the way it is. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday Madness. You know how we do it. We've been doing it for 5 years. Ain't stop. Ain't never going to stop. Nope. We are here today. Myself and the Ghost Pepper, as always. But we're here with Mr. Christian Zaffo from Foresight11.com.
What's going on, everybody?
It's all about the campaign today, people. It's all about a launch party. What's up, Chris? We got Chris. I saw Rex popped in here earlier. It's good to see people. Please share this stuff out, like the banner says. Share this out. Share the link out to the campaign. If you don't want to share the link out to the show, if you don't love me, that's no reason to not love on Christians. Send out that love, yo. I'm just saying.
I'm lovable and huggable.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well, don't
Your
touch
wife probably agrees. I'll give you that. All right.
He's got a book that might be readable, too. Let's see what that's all about. Yeah.
It might be. I mean, I got basic English under my belt, so it should be all right.
Yeah.
He said might be readable. Well, I mean, you know.
No, it's lookable. I've looked at it.
I appreciate the lookable. I appreciate the look.
We've been watching the art forever, right? We've been watching the art develop.
Good stuff.
Call him out on, what do you mean, book 2, page 48? What do you mean? You know, and that was like back during the first campaign.
I'll tell you, if you get all the campaigns that are out so far with this new one, you will see. I mean, I've been drawing forever, but not on a consistent basis all the time, every day. And now that I've been doing that, you can see the growth from the first book to now.
You're watching your own progression and you're looking back and going, oh my God.
Well, yeah, every once in a while, especially when a new campaign's coming up, I flip back. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure shit's consistent. And I flip back through the books that I now have. And I'm like, oof. I look at the first one, I'm like, oof.
You're like, I can't consistently do that. It's got to be better.
I gotta redraw this at some point.
See, now that's where you guys, don't do that. Look.
No, I won't. Because I want to be able to see it years from now.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is the value of that first print, that first issue, first print stays there, right?
Right.
Now you redo it and correct everything, and then a whole bunch of people buy that, which is in essence, a second printing.
Right.
And like you might lose the magic that was your first book. I mean, I like having a first print and then having somebody redo it. It makes I like it because it takes that rare first printing to me as a collector. And I like it more. But if it never becomes the next TMNT, then nobody cares, right?
Yeah.
I mean.
So what I do is what I've decided to do, because I haven't been doing it long enough to have a trend on it yet, but all my reprints, like all the catch-up tiers that I'm going to offer, they're all going to be the same cover. So the alternate covers. Hey, people!
I'm going to invite Rocky down here so they can have a conversation real quick. Get it over with.
I apologize. All the kids are getting out of school. Yeah. He's barking at them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, I'm not going to put first printing, second printing, anything like that. But you'll only ever get that one cover from now on, and all the rare books are the alternate covers that were with the original campaign.
Well, see, now that's just it. If you do become the next TMNT, then you have to differentiate between printings.
Right.
Then you have to. You have to say, oh, well, that's a second printing. That one was a fourth printing, because everybody's going to put the value on the first printing, man.
Right.
Right.
Well,
So
but the one that I keep re-releasing, because there'll be so many numbers anyway, is going to be the one of least value for collectors. So you want to jump on the campaign as it's active to get the rare covers.
Just get the first issue. Get the first issue. And then once you've read it and you realize that you like it, then you get the second issue and you're on board, you see.
I will say, anyone, if you're watching and you backed my very first campaign, the Big Bang Moment, there was a hardcover book with that one, and it was oversized. And that was the anthology book. And I had to redo it because there was a lot of typos that went through because the wrong file went to the printer, and it wasn't caught until I received the books and actually started sending them out. So if you have those, save them. They're going to be worth money.
There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Because there wasn't that many of them. And if they're out there, they're going to be worth money.
And when you do, if you decide to redo it, you make sure everybody knows this is the second printing of. That way, those people that have those few.
It'll never be big, oversized hardcover again. It is reprinted, but it's now regular size trade paper form.
Okay.
So it's complete, and all the edits have been made and adjusted. So it's
See, so if you have that first hardcover one, that's the one to have.
That's the one. I'm holding on to two right now. One is a signed copy by Chris Graves, and one is a signed copy by Andy Smith.
Andy Smith. See, now I went and got one of my Thanos hardcovers signed by Jim Starlin last weekend.
Oh, nice.
Andy Smith worked on that too, and that's why I picked that book out, because now I want to get Andy to sign that. And then I got Andy and Starlin both on that dude. You know.
Nice.
But yeah, Starlin was a nice guy. I think it was a little bored. Wasn't a lot of people there on Sunday when I was there anyway. I think he might have been a little bored, but everybody said Saturday was popping, so you know. I'm sure he didn't hurt himself monetarily. Nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Yeah.
I had a good time. Did you check out the Brink show yesterday?
Did I check it out?
Were you there?
Of course it's on the network. I
Time.
never was able to watch Dave's show before because it was always on at the same time as the draw stream.
Right.
But now that he's part of the network, I can play with the timing on the draw stream, and we got David too. See,
yeah,
so
I had a good time on the show, man. He's a good dude.
I've only got to watch 2 episodes of his show in a couple of years, you know, and that's because now he's part of the network. So yeah, you can catch A Drink with Brink right here on the Madness, and yes, he will be going to the Roku network with this as well.
I had a good time there. It was cool. It was. It all happened so fast because I had asked him, and he said, "Well, I'm booked up for a long time." I said, "All right, just keep my name in the hat." And then he had a day later, he reached out to me. He's like, "Are you good to go? I had a cancellation."
Yeah.
I was like, "Let's do it." And then
he hit me up too, but it's like I didn't get the updated thumbnail or anything. I just like rolled with it, you know.
It was funny too, though. So I was like nervous at first because it was dropped in my lap like a day before, I think it was. And I was like, cool. I'm dude. And then I started to relax, and then I saw his intro and all the people he's had on, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I gotta compete with Rini.
Hey, Rini's been on our network too, bro. She was on I want to say she was on the last draw crom draw stream where a bunch of people came out and drew crom. I want to say that's she was on the show. She used to come out for ladies' night during CromCon. You know, we had ladies do the Friday night opening show sometimes for CromCon. And she
Reenie's
come out
cool.
with-
I like Reenie. I like her stuff. I think she's a cool person, and but I think she doesn't respond to me anymore because when I was putting stuff out and I was like attaching people to it, like the ats and all that stuff.
right.
I was still sending it to her, but I was also sending it to Ethan and that crew too. And I kind of think like I got bumped off of her list after that.
Yeah, you put me on those lists too.
What up? Yeah, you know. What up, Edwin?
Mr. Buzz hit me up the other day, asked me if we had a spot available for him upcoming, and you know we do. You know we do.
Oh, yeah.
Always fun and happy to talk to Edwin when he comes out. So be on the lookout for that next month. We'll be
Nice.
talking to him.
And Edwin, since you're in the chat now, listen, you always got an open invite to come on my show if you're ever around late at night on Saturday.
There you go. Always got the open invite. Now, this here,
Let's do it.
this here Addax Unbound Fury 0 through 2. Was there actually a 0?
There is. So in the first campaign, I had Addax and my other main character, Aaron, shared a book. It was a flip book. So Aaron's story was on one side, and then you flipped over, and Addax's was on the other. And it was basically like the start of their story.
And yes, you can come out on any of the draw streams anytime.
Yeah.
Open for people to come draw. That's why they're there. But yeah, so you had the flip book, then you did. Now was that was on the #1 campaign as well?
That was it was offered again. So everything from the first campaign, I'm consistently offering again, and my overall goal is to keep getting these funded so that I can get through the next issue, which is issue 3, and that wraps up this trilogy. And then once that wraps up, I want to do kind of like an omnibus of the 3 issues and the anthology all in one book.
All right.
And that I might make like a hardcover book. Make it nice. And that will be the only thing on that campaign. That's going to be a short and sweet campaign. If people want it, they get it. If they don't, they don't. It's going to be like one. It's going to be kind of like Levi's campaign. It's going to be the book, maybe a few add-ons like the card sets that I've been releasing, and that's it.
Yeah. Speaking of Levi, Galaxy Memorial Park. You guys can go check that out too.
Yeah.
And yeah, bare bones campaigns. Those are the easiest ones to cover, but the shortest shows.
You're right. And I also figured I'd do it that way because everything that's in that book is going to be something you've already seen. And it is its own catch-up tier because everything's in that book. So,
but you know what I'm saying? When all they have is the book, it's like, man, we talk about that. We show some interior pages. We show the cover. Shit's over.
there it is.
Show's over. There's nothing else to talk about.
This is it.
Yeah. Now, Levi, of course, there was a lot of pages to that book, and there's a lot of history behind that.
Yeah.
Just like there is yours. You worked on this for a long time, man. And look, anybody who's paid any attention to the draw stream over the last year and a half, at least know that Zaff's out there putting in the work all the freaking time.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And I'm working on 3 right now, so probably next week people will get to see me working on book 3's interior pages.
Oh, see. Now, I know Ghosty's up in here being all quiet, but I know he has questions.
Okay.
So where did this idea come from? This whole idea of the Addax series here.
So he's a character I created back in, I want to say junior high school. It was in that area. I didn't really start getting serious about him until high school because that's when I was like, yeah, now I know I want to get in the comic field. It's not just a hobby anymore, drawing them. So I started taking my characters more seriously. But at one point during that period of time, I had 125 original characters. Cut that significantly. Kept a few of the original. A lot of them are newer ones that you'll eventually see. There was there was no original supporting cast. Like there was no main villain originally. That's all relatively new within like the last, I'd say 5 to 10 years. But so I created him then. I do not remember what I originally called him, but like when I went to college, I changed his name. Addax is actually an animal. It's like an antelope, gazelle type of animal.
Yeah.
And I was looking for like gazelle stuck in my mind, and I'm like, I'm not calling my character Gazelle. I refuse. So I was like, let me see if there's a cool animal, a cool named species in that category that maybe I can change it up a little bit or make it. And then Addax came up like right away, and I was like, that just to me just sounded like a cool name, and I was like, I'm using it. That's it.
All right. All right.
So it's actually a real name of an animal. And that's where the name came from. And I always knew I wanted like a Punisher type skull on the chest, and I made it more animalistic to match. And if you really look at his costume, the skull has horns coming off it, and those horns wrap down around his back and come back up under his rib cages on the side. So that's where the design fits in with his, I guess, his name. But the idea of the character, his origin has been around for a while. Been around from, I guess, from my first year in college. And he was actually published once before. My best friend at the time had gotten a job with this indie publisher to do his character. And my character made a cameo. I got credited in the book and everything, but he drew it. But my character was in that story. And basically, the one that got published is there's this whole section of the story where he's breaking out of some sort of desert prison camp, like Middle Eastern prison camp, where he was being held hostage, and that's all you got to see. There was going to be a big story, but the company folded. We only got one issue out, and so Addax actually was published on newsstands at one point.
The screwhorn antelope is what it is.
Yeah,
it's pretty sweet.
So that's the history of that one character. All the characters are pretty much similar the time frame. Aaron was around the same time. He's always been called Aaron. Just the name just popped into my head. And he's basically like a lot of my universe revolves around gods, mythological gods like Greek and Norse. And they're a big reason for the superheroes in my universe. So, there's that. My colorist just decided to tell me that they have more pages ready for me. Cool. And so the development of my universe started seriously around high school to early college, and then just went on from there. It stopped after college. The only progress that happened after there was when I had free time. I would tweak their designs, maybe redesign them, but there was no more story additive or anything until COVID. When COVID came around, I said, "This is time for me to do this. Let me get cracking." And I pulled out, dusted off the pages, pulled them out, and said, "All right, how are we going to do this? Let's get down to it."
Yeah, COVID was such a blessing in disguise for so many people.
Yeah,
Right.
it really was.
So, do you have the entire story planned out? Is this just, are you kind of writing it as you go, or is it like a finite story that you just got to get through? It's just taking,
The universe is ongoing. There is an end point. Excuse me. There is an end point that realistically I would like to never reach. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I do have that, but as far as how I laid out my comic universe, it's sort of like a George Lucas type thing. I know stages of it. It's broken down. Like there's going to be points where I guess like the big two usually do is they have these big crossovers where their whole universe gets involved and it's epic and it changes things or whatever. So I have a few points like that already set up. I'm sure I could create more, but yeah, it's just basically a rough outline. So like, as far as this story, so I knew what his whole origin would be, and I knew how I wanted to start his adventures, but the dialogue and everything like that and the action sequences, I draw it first, being an artist primarily over a writer. I'll draw it out first, breakdown form. And as I'm doing it, I'm playing it in my head. Like, this is what they're saying. This is what's going on. This is what they're trying to do in this panel and in this scene. And then when I go back and I'm done with all the pencils, and as I start getting the pages back from the colorist, I do the dialogue then. And the dialogue's pretty much what I was doing in my head while I was drawing it.
So do you have a favorite of all your characters in your universe that you like to draw the most? That's just like your favorite.
Well, obviously Addax I've drawn the most as of recent, but I like War. It's a female character of mine. The powers are kind of reminiscent of like Shazam in the sense that it's a teenage girl that instead of finding a staff or something like that, she finds a gauntlet, and the gauntlet calls forth the female god of war. In this universe, it's a demigod. So my characters are all the direct next line of offspring from the gods that we all know about. Mm-hmm. And so War is, there's descends from Ares, at least the spirit of War, because that's basically what's left. And she's a cool character. I like her design. She's like Wonder Woman, but I made her. She's definitely buffer than Wonder Woman because she needed to show that she could do some of the physical feats that she'll be doing. I wanted her to be ominous, not just I wanted her to be sexy and big in the sense that I didn't want to have this dainty runway model like throwing a tank. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't. Yeah. That's never made sense to me. Yeah. You wouldn't see a skinny Professor X guy throwing a tank. So it's the reason why Banner turns into the Hulk, right? That's
yeah.
So yeah, so she would be my favorite to draw. I've drawn her a lot. I like her design, and the story. I actually did a breakdown because when we get into this, it's not on this one actually. It is. I'm sorry. So you'll see in the stretch goals, there's a stretch goal for an ash can add-on. Mm-hmm. That'll if we reach that tier, it'll be included. And it's a 6-page story of War. So, and it'll be black and white. But that's in there. So I did the breakdowns for that 6-page story already, so that in case we hit it, I'm ready to go. Yeah, like Big Barda, pretty much. only sexier than Big Barda.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm over here trying to share this stream to Facebook, and it won't give me. It gives me everything except the post button.
Oh, really?
It's like it shows me everything except the button to push to post it over there. So I'm wondering if Facebook, if YouTube is just losing it, or if Facebook's losing it. But I did put the link to the show on Rumble over there on Facebook, since Facebook's being as what is it? Q says Facebook is being a dom.
Are you in Facebook jail again?
Max is in the chat. No. What up, Max?
Max got dusted. What's up?
What up? Business.
All right, so you're gonna kick this thing in 5 minutes or what?
Yeah, let's kick it in 5 minutes.
All right, so at 5:30.
We're going to try it in 5 minutes until my computer gives me you.
Yeah.
So these ladies you're looking at while we're waiting for the 5 minutes, these ladies right here are the one on the right. I can't tell you much about because she's a secret. or her origins as he. But you'll find that out in this book if you back it. You'll see. But this one over here with the wine, she don't look it, but she's the big bad. At least the current big bad. She is the one that has ruined Addax's life, and he's out for vengeance against her.
Uh-oh.
So maybe it's vengeance. Maybe he just wants to get a phone number. Who knows? You know, it's 90s style. It could be weird. No.
Yeah.
And that's an awesome cover, by the way. You'll see it on the campaign. That's Narcilio Souza drew that cover, and I really like how he did it.
All right, so I got 2 questions for you. One,
Wait.
do you want us to open this up and let other people come in and hang out with you?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I can just drop the link over here. We can
Yeah. If people
invite
want
other
to
people to come hang out too. But that's up to you. This is your launch party. Do you want it to be a party?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Max,
As long
Justin.
as we don't end up talking about the war.
No. I'm talking about comics, man. We're talking about that comic right over there. That one. That's the one. My second question, look, you know, sometimes I like to go off the wall and catch a creator off guard. I've heard the question before, you know, they ask, you know, what song would be your book's theme song? And I want to take it in, I want to take that a little farther. If there's an album that describes the history or story that your characters are going to go through, what would it
be?
So are we supposed to talk about the war? Or?
What's up next? So when you started the question, what song would comes to mind with this character? That would have been like when I'm drawing him on occasion. That one hit wonder, let the bodies hit the floor, enters my head.
Okay.
A drowning pool. Yeah.
Yes, drowning pool. As far as an album, for an overall encompassing.
What album plays homage to your, or vice versa? What, you know, what?
That would have to be Britney Spears. No, I'm kidding.
Baby, hit me one more time.
Shoot, I don't know, man.
Well, here, let me make it a little easier for you. I saw a meme the other day that was actually pretty good. S-foils in attack position. You are getting ready to start your run on the Death Star. You reach down and hit play. What song is it?
Oh God, that's the same.
It wasn't the song though. It was what album? What album like encompasses
I
your?
know, but I want him to start with the song. You know, get
the music going. He said, "Let the body hit the floor."
But something else to get the music flowing through him, get some ideas in his head.
One of the albums I used to listen to all the time when I was drawing these things back in late high school and college was Tool. I listened to a lot of Tool.
Which one? Opiate, The Lateralis?
Opiate was the one I listened to the most.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So if we're going for songs, it would be anyone off of there. If we're going for album, it would be that album.
Okay, there you go. That's what I wanted. What album?
Tool is a good choice.
Yep.
There's always been like a heavy rock / metal theme playing in my head whenever I'm drawing these guys, especially when their fight scenes are. I'm just doing this, even if I'm just doing a simple splash page, but they're angry or they're about to fight. That's
whenever I'm actually writing stuff, I make sure I'm like listening to the crap in the background to kind of get me into that mood. Like, you know, I want some depressing shit. I'll put on The Cure. You know, I want something really angry and aggressive. I'll use the Browning.
But see, what I was going for was more like if your comic was an homage to an album, or an album was homage to your comic, what album would that be?
Tool, man.
Yeah, that would be it. That would be
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I mean, there's other things that I could say, but if Tool comes to mind, you know what I'm saying? So that would be it.
Pink Floyd, The Wall, man.
I none of that stuff. Like, listen, I used to listen to when I would draw. It was Tool. I think Tool might have been the hardest thing I listened to when I drew because I couldn't listen to anything really, really heavy because it would take my mind off of it would distract me from
What you were doing, yeah.
Yeah, but so it would be like Tool, but then I listened to like STP and Stained and stuff like that, which was more mellow.
Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains, definitely. Alice in Chains could be an album for some of my stories that I'm not doing now, but that I have in mind to do.
Like Facelift or Dirt, you know, which era?
Probably.
You got a
Probably.
music file on the
What was it?
now.
What was it? Jar of Flies?
Jar of Flies, yeah, the jars and the Vaseline one.
Yeah, that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's called Jar of Flies. That was a good
It
one.
is time. Hit the button.
Oh, we ready?
Hit the
All right.
button, oh my God.
I'm gonna hit the button and we're gonna see if the thing you have up changes.
Well, I'll have to refresh it, obviously, but it will.
All right, it's up, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
There it is, just like that.
Bam, people! Everybody, jump in there now. Back it now.
If Mary Machine Gun had anything, it would be Skinny Puppy Back and Forth Series 1.
Skinny Puppy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I'm gonna, but you know what? I like that question, and I'm gonna refine my answer over time. I'll put a lot more thought into it. Those were my on-the-spot answers, though.
Start paying attention to what you're listening to when you're drawing. Oh, okay. It's Creed. I get it.
I've been
Well, I'm hoping by the time we're done with the Crom Ashcan collection, I'll have an homage to Rush Hemispheres. Hopefully.
Yeah. Now, the only thing I'm afraid of is that the next time I'm asked that question and I pay a lot of attention, my answer might be, yeah, Polka's greatest hits.
You see,
Weird
you never
Al.
know.
Listen to
And
Weird
it's an
Al
answer
when I'm
that will
riding.
change over time. It will change. That's the cool thing.
Yeah.
Big Weird Al fan.
But if I got to be the first person to ask it, you see what I'm saying? That's just like I caught Chuck Dixon totally off guard. I was like, "What's your favorite album cover art?" He went, "Huh?
Oh, I know the answer to that.
What is it? What's yours?"
It's, and I don't remember the album cover, but it's the oh sweet Jesus. Oh damn it. All right, senior moment, everybody.
What's the band?
Godsmack, the album cover with the girl's face, painted face.
Yeah, the girl, the first one.
But there's a reason why that's my
The
favorite.
one with whatever on it.
Yeah. So that face is the story is that that's the face of a model, a European model, and my friend that I grew up with did that artwork.
Oh, sweet.
And there was a whole big to do, and Godsmack didn't like the girl, found out about the whole situation, and because they didn't like her, said, "Hey, we're gonna buy that art if you're all right with it, and put it on our album cover." and
We hate you so much, we're gonna put you on out millions of albums.
Well, no, because she hated the fucking artwork. She
did she?
hated it.
So we're gonna put it everywhere.
It was originally the back cover to, if you remember in the 90s, they had all those like XXX comic books that were out, those companies that were putting them out.
Taste of Cherry and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
so it was a back cover piece of art, and someone brought it to her attention, and she went after my friend. She lost, and as soon as she lost, because they heard about the situation, they were like, you know what? It pissed her off so much, we want to put it on our album cover.
Would you like? They got it at bottom dollar, boy. They were like, "Would you like any money at all?" And she's like,
You're
"Yes,
right.
please, thank you."
I was like, dude, that's so great that your artwork is on an album cover that everybody will see for years.
We got a new Atrocity Comics logo we're working on because we've changed the name to Comics instead of Press, right? And Johnny was showing it to me today, and I was like, man, something about this looks familiar, and I just couldn't peg it down until like 4 or 5 hours after I'd seen the photo. I was just sitting there listening to music, and I was like, wait a minute. That looks like Brute's work. That's like a KMFDM album. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, was that the second question, Pops? Did you say you had two? Did I miss one?
That's two.
That's two. All right.
I did. I asked two.
First one was about the party.
Oh, that's right. Letting people in the party.
Yeah.
It's a pizza party.
And more people can show up too if they want to. Y'all come in and say hi to Christian, introduce yourself to Christian, say, man, I want to do a pinup for you, or whatever. Just come in and say hey, because that's what you're supposed to do at a party. You're supposed to socialize, get to know each other. You never know what kind of collaborations could come out of just coming out.
I'm easy too, people.
For you, but I don't think you're gonna like it.
What?
I'll do a pinup, but I don't think you're gonna like it because I don't draw. Like I can't even draw like a stick figure. They're all
Max, you pencil it and I'll ink it.
Hey,
all right.
Listen,
As
I
long
am putting.
as long as you ink it with a Sharpie marker.
I am putting in a fan art section in the next book, by the way.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people have done some stuff for Addax, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a fan page.
Isn't that super cool when people like your character so much they
want to
do
draw
like fan art of it, and there's like, here you go.
I love it,
like,
dude.
I'm like, hell yeah, I'm putting that on my website or whatever, you know.
I love it, man. Listen, I would make a whole page in my website, but I struggle to do certain things, and updating a friggin' website is one of the things that I just hate doing. So I do it when I have to, like, yeah. Which right now is usually when a new campaign kicks off. I have to take down the old stuff, put the new ones up, change some of the photos out, put some of the new pictures in, and but other than that, man, it's like creating new pages and all that shit. I'm like, I don't have the time for that.
I'm in the middle of redoing our entire website because our previous host, who was reasonable, got bought by some other company, and then they wanted $90 a quarter for hosting cost. And I'm like, hey, you're crazy. I'll see you guys later.
$90 a quarter?
A quarter, yeah, for hosting costs.
Wow, that's
$30 a month?
Yep, I'm like, I'll see you later. All done.
Yeah.
So we just rebought a different domain and took off with it.
That's $360 a year. That's a lot of fucking money.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's a lot of fucking money.
They wanted me to switch over. They're like, "Oh, your website requires this VPS and all this shit," and I'm like, "Dude, it's a blog and a store. It's not like it's really that complicated."
Oh, that's crazy, dude.
I'm running WooCommerce, not.
That's the biggest thing is also as the only person doing any of this. Well, no, you have a partner, but still, it's two people doing all this, and you have to not only do the book, do your promotions, do all that, but then you have to go and find the best deals for every little aspect of your campaign and your product.
Printing and
it's pain in the walls because there's research involved in that. Otherwise, I mean, if you have money and you could just grab the first one you see when you look it up, then that's by all means do it.
Yeah, one thing, but I mean, most of us don't, and we're all looking around. And then it's even worse for me because we do R-rated comic books that have boobies, and a lot of these printers, they're like, nope.
Friggin' prudes.
I'm like, really? It's just like some boobies. That's all there is. There's like, in our entire time that we've made comic books, I think we've done full frontal once. And that's when Charlotte was standing in the waters of life.
And I saw your books. Your books aren't bad. I mean, there's stuff out there that's a lot worse.
Yeah, like tarot. How's that get
Oh
printed?
God, that's been banned since the 90s. Faust.
Hey, you leave Tim Vigil alone. We like him.
Oh, he's a great artist. But
Well,
I mean, if
Faust
we're
is
talking,
fantastic, but it's a gross book.
if
You know.
we're talking what they're going to put on PBS, that ain't going to be it.
Never know now.
Well,
Yeah.
as long as it turns from a boy to a girl, they'll put it on.
It can become the pubic broadcasting system.
Yeah, yeah, right. Or lack thereof. And if I've offended anybody, I'm truly sorry. Not really.
I'm not.
Not really.
Let's take a look. What do you think? Let's take a look. What do we got?
All right. Where we at? All right. So, do I have to read all this?
Well, yeah, it's part of the job, right?
All right. So,
Well-
bring it up a little bit more, Pops,
What do you mean bring it up a little bit more?
so I can read the whole thing. I'm gonna read it.
You mean like that?
Yeah, thank you. All right, so this is basically where we are right now. So Addax has been subdued and taken prisoner by the mysterious police.
In the most crazy contraption ever invented. I mean, I was like, boy, if you wanted to like hold someone still, that's about the best way to do it.
Listen, it's doing multiple things to him, none of which he likes, by the way. He awakens only to find that he's now prisoner of the very person he seeks vengeance upon, Sarah Bosch, leader of the secret organization Guess. How will he escape to enact his wrath? Will he be able to stop Sarah from creating an army of super soldiers? Find out in Addax, Unbound Fury 2. Back it here. All right, that's it.
Yeah.
Back it now.
That's it. Back it now.
Do you need
As you
Josh
read each
Boy's
story,
on
keep a
here,
watchful eye for these elements.
Yes. So in every one of my stories, there's what happens around them. If there's a scene where they're doing something and there's a lot of people or a lot of things going on, you might see that mirrored in another comic or another book that I do down the road. In this one, so for instance, in this book specifically, he one of the guys that's helping Addax, this guy Oz, he has two ex-military friends that help him with the behind the scenes tech and surveillance and all that. The guy Oz, who's the computer genius, he updates all 90s tech, like the Mac gumdrop and all that stuff. He refurbishes them to be like supercomputers for nowadays. But he's watching a news report, and the news report kind of takes place in the background. It's only a few panels long that you see it, but it's a segue into another book that's going to be coming out.
Okay.
So it's actually showing you something happening that is actually what's going on in the other book.
Yeah, going on the other book. Yeah. That's cool.
So that's the type of stuff that I'm going to use to make my universe cohesive and keep continuity.
Yeah, that's a good way to get the system going, because
Right.
then the city becomes a character, you know?
Exactly. The universe is a living, breathing thing. You know what I'm saying? So these are some of the covers. So this cover here is Vic Medina's cover. That's going to be cover A.
He's done.
That's his third cover he's done for me. I love his stuff. That's me. I drew that one. That's going to be cover B. This is the character in the backup story, which is kind of takes place in the West. And there's some supernatural things. All the weapons have magical powers she collects. They all come from historical figures, like her guns there are Billy the Kid's. The sword that she carries on her back, usually in this picture, it's on the horse though, is from Genghis Khan. And as time goes on, she'll collect more and more. This is also me. It's an homage cover to Will Spataccio's 281 X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
And if you scroll down right there on the right, you see I put it on that piece of metal, WP 281.
Mm-hmm.
So that covers there.
That's cool.
Then the next one is Narcilio Souza. I use this image a lot because it's just I like
good
it.
image.
So and these are
It's sassy, so we use it.
This is actually a real location. This is the I'm blanking on the name. The river that goes through Nevada, Arizona,
The Colorado River.
Colorado. Thank you. And that's an
Yeah,
actual,
it goes through Nevada and Arizona, the Colorado River. Yeah, that one.
that one. That's the one. And that hotel in the back is a real hotel from Laughlin, Nevada, which is where the story actually is taking place. This story.
You know, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I've been to Laughlin a dozen times at least.
All right.
I lived in Phoenix, man. We didn't go to Vegas unless there was like a fight or reason to go there.
Right.
If we were going gambling, we went to Laughlin because it wasn't all that rat race crap.
Absolutely. I love Laughlin. I've been there.
Yeah, Laughlin's cool, man.
My buddy does security in Apache Junction.
Where's that?
That's down East Phoenix.
South, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're
I
talking
haven't
about
been there.
Phoenix, so
But
Yeah. Laughlin's in Nevada. It's right on the river, on the Colorado River. It's like Kingman, Arizona's on one side and Laughlin, Nevada's on the other side.
so you know the town of Oatman, right?
Oh, dude, I know all that.
All right. So Oatman's in the story too.
Okay.
Briefly, but it's in. I use that in the story too. It's a marker point on his way to Laughlin.
Nice.
There's something big's going down in Laughlin in my story, and they're all trying to get there.
gotta
That's a
beat
good
'em.
place to vacation for a fight. I'm just saying.
You know.
Hey, I see Areola. Kickstarter. What up? Or
Ooh.
Indiegogo. You didn't catch that?
Stop. Shh. Shh. We'll wake up tomorrow. Both campaigns are gonna be shut down.
Almost boob. Almost boob. It's
Side boob.
almost.
And then these are just the tiers. Homage cover.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the naughty cover. Woo! Because it gets hot
See,
out.
now that's the way they really look on the boat outside of Laughlin. I'm just
Right.
saying.
Right.
Well, spring break time. Anyway.
Oh, this
Go
one here.
there.
So this is
Go
a
to
cover
have
that I didn't put this cover up on the top. This is John Stinsman did this cover, and it's John Stinsman.
Yeah, you used to do Evangeline.
I
Yeah.
said, ooh, not
Oh.
ooh.
And so he's been doing covers. He did the cover for my last one and a cover for this one, and I've made it so that his covers are like themed. So the first one, I don't know if anybody remembers, it was a Game of Thrones cover with the lady sitting on the Iron Throne.
Mhm.
And in this one, it's more of the Boulder Run from Indiana Jones.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, we use John a lot too.
Then you got the sketch cover. If you're an artist and you want to draw, feel free. It's right there. You can get.
I am not.
What's with the emerald greens, man? Where'd
So
that
it's
go?
The emerald green is those are the metals. So it's a set of 5 virgin covers, all in emerald green metal covers on them. I did gold for the campaign, the last campaign, and when I got those in, they're just so good. They're amazing. The quality was really good, and so now for this one, I'm doing emerald. So you get 5 metal covers in this set.
Go.
They're really cool.
And
And
stretch.
then the stretch goals, you have a die cut sticker, which is the characters on the cover of the homage cover I did. Then you're going to have a metal card. I still haven't chosen the artwork that's going to be on that. I might even do something original for that.
I didn't see stretch goals, and I was like, "Damn, that's an expensive card."
You got to pay $3,500 right there. If you back that, I make funding. Then you got the set of 2 bookmarks, which are going to be, it's not there, and I'm not going back in to change this whole graphic, but they are going to be metal. So,
All right, cool.
and then you see here, set my sights high. If I make 10,000 on either here or the Kickstarter one that's already running, I will be releasing the 6-page black and white story of war along with 6 pages of sketches and breakdowns and all other cool things. So it'll be a 12-page ash can.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I like ash cans.
I
Then you
always
have the
like when I
add-ons.
see extra information about how the character was created and
Right.
stories about that. I
So as
always
far
like
as
that information.
add-ons, I have 2 new sketch cards that are going to come as a set of 2 that you can add on. I also have new character tablet bio tablets that are there's 4 new ones. I'm also offering the old card series and the old character tablets from previous campaigns, so you could get those again on here separately as add-ons as well.
Dude, we sell so many of those.
What's
We've
that? The
got
card?
we do cards. We do 4 cards on every one of our books,
Right.
and every time we do a Kickstarter, people will buy like all the old cards. I mean, we don't charge that
Yeah.
much. It's only like $1.25 or $1.50 a piece or something. But I mean,
Yes.
we sell them all like mad. They sell like hotcakes.
Both these sets here are $10. You get $10
Yeah.
per set.
That's not
And
bad.
the character tablets are, I believe I put it up for $20. And you get, I think there's 8 or 9. I think there's 8 of them in the first set. And there's going to be 4 in the new set. So you'll have 12 character bio tablets. And these are cool because they're on high quality cardstock. They got a matte finish because I liked it better than the gloss finish.
Yeah,
but
it's not shiny and it doesn't.
yeah.
Glossy always causes problems for me when I'm looking at stuff.
And they get your fingerprints all over it. That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
Especially on one of these, if you use them a lot, if you're someone that likes to read them or just have them out, maybe you're an artist, aspiring artist, and you have them out to draw the character design or whatever. In like a minute, there's fingerprints all over the glossy ones. The matte ones, that doesn't happen to. But these are like the old school Who's Who books that Marvel and DC used to put out.
Yeah.
So you have all their stats and their bio on one side, and then on the backside, if they have any accessories, I have that on the backside. If they have no accessories, then the backside usually is just going to be the standard Chosen One Universe logo.
Standard logo.
Yes, sir. But the standard logo is sexy.
Say it isn't so. Just a standard logo? No, I'm kidding. You got the catch up here, the physical books right here.
Yes, sir.
Catch up here. You got Unbound Fury. Pick 3 of the 5.
Yes. And you can pick those three. Those 3, don't rack your mind figuring out where you pick them here. You pick them when I give you the survey.
Yeah, there you go. Sketch cover right there.
Yep.
The Unbound Fury cover D. The Stins.
Get the D.
Get the D.
Get the D from Stinsman.
Or give those girls the D. One or the other.
Oh, well, yeah.
Get the big day.
Cover C. The homage cover right there. By Christian Zaffo.
Yes, sir.
A cover.
And so, these are all these. There's a backup story in it. There's the main story, and then there's usually like I put like a spoof ad in there. There's 42 pages in each of these books, so you're getting I think you're getting a decent deal because I'm not charging that much for a 24 pager.
No.
Put a lot of time in this.
Oh yeah, 42 pages is a lot.
No, $12 for a 42-page book is just fine.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, people. Mm-hmm. And the digitals too. Hey, listen, if you don't have deep pockets, the digitals are there. $5 for the digital of this book, and then the catch-up tier, I think, is only $10. And that gives you everything in the catch-up tier. It gives you the anthology, the flip book, and the and that's it. No, and issue one that was released not too long ago, as well as the new one. Everything.
Looks like we got a noob over there in the chat. Hello, Hoover Von Plot.
Hail and a hearty handshake back to you, Plot.
But
Somebody's sock puppet.
Yeah, you know that. Can't imagine who, but
No.
hey, we just roll with it, right? Here we go. All these covers again. Like that one a lot, Christian. Good job there.
Thank you.
I like the pencil work and everything is good. The colors are great. It looks good.
I mean, I'm so
Yeah, it's great.
I feel so lucky that I found my colorist. Her name is Thaisa Diaz, and she's been doing colors for me since I started. But as of this campaign, she took full
job, huh?
full reign of the whole book. The last book she did half of it, and before that it was covers and sporadic stories on the anthology one. But now she's the main colorist. She does all the interiors.
Stepping up to the big leagues, kid.
Well, it's nice when you keep when it stays all fairly uniform like that.
Mhm.
Color wise, especially because the color palette does have a lot to do with it.
And at least you can trust her because he's not just going to up and disappear on you.
And along with the artwork too, like I think she's been getting more used to my stuff, and my stuff I feel has been getting better. So everything is just looking better as it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I want to do a quickie here and play the trailer for this.
All right.
Just because. Are you ready?
Just because. I'm ready.
Let me get a quickie. Come on, let's do it.
Now, y'all know music enough was catchy enough to just make you want to go buy the book.
Yeah.
I like the beat on the song. Sure.
And Max got to see the cool restraining devices again.
Yep.
Yeah, just like cruise right on over to Indiegogo or Kickstarter, either one. Look for Addax 2 Unbound Fury. You will find it on both platforms. Just go buy it. I don't care where.
Back it both. No.
Yeah. I mean, really, I don't care which platform.
Yeah, I don't care either. Back it where you can back it. And like I said, anything is great. If you can't afford anything, share it out. If you can afford just a little, get the digital. If you're balling, buy the metals.
Some Pac-Man said, "Don't ask me. I've got deuteranopia color blindness, so he can't help us with the colored aspect."
I'm like,
he's watching
like,
over on Pill. We got people watching everywhere. So,
Warren Brown's colorblind, and he does everything in grayscale, like Sig and Joe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty cool looking.
Well, he does a good job with his rendering in the black and whites. It's nice. I like
come on, man. All the old school indies that were badass were black and white, dude. All the underground stuff. I mean,
creepy, all that Warren stuff. It was all black and white.
Yeah.
I'm saving the black and white for when I finally do a campaign of all my stuff and I make it all manga size. You know what I'm saying? Just do all black and white. Zipatone and all that crazy shit.
Yeah, this is how we do it. We promote people's campaigns to try to help them get seen. If you're watching right now, the links are in the chat for the campaign. Please.
And if you want to come on.
I mean, grab a hold of that link right there. Share it out on your socials, please. Let people know Christian's got a campaign going live right now. People know. And you say it, man. I don't tell people, hey, go over there and back this book. I tell people, go over there and look at this book. You might see
look at
something you like. Go look at it and tell your friends, because you might have a friend that would be down for them green emerald metal covers, right?
Yeah.
You might have somebody that totally collects that stuff in your group of friends. Let them know. Let them know.
Yeah, I mean this one's less because of the lack of the one book. Believe it or not, it brings it down quite a bit. And I had 3 backers on the gold ones, so hopefully they return.
Yeah,
and more.
Look, get them all.
Larger numbers.
Get them while they're there, because he probably didn't have a whole bunch of them printed up. I'm just saying.
No, the medals I printed up exactly what was needed plus my copy.
Yes. You see what I'm saying, people?
Medals are not cheap to print.
They're not. They're not. It's a bigger nut to crack than you would think. And they do take time. The one thing I found out is they take time.
Yeah.
They're not a quick turnaround.
So order them now, so he knows how many to get.
So I need to know. Yeah, get in there and buy them now.
Order them all now. Just order them all.
Yeah.
Now, see, I would do like Polito does, and I would have 13 printed, put 10 in circulation. Okay, and then, I mean, if they don't all sell on this campaign, you still have 1 through 10. You got 1 through 10 to sell, or whatever numbers you want to keep for yourself. Obviously, 1, 13, whatever you want to keep for yourself. Keep for yourself, and then sell another 10, right?
What I do personally, I put 5 copies of all the floppy type stuff aside for myself, and then stuff like the medals or whatever, I just keep 1 set. Because they're expensive, and at least I have a set that's mine. I won't be selling it anytime soon. And then,
Well, I know, like, I have a metal cover of a Polito Lady Death book. It's nice. Number 13 of 13 of the John Boy Myers cover back.
Oh, wow.
It went past number 1. That's impressive.
Well, they had it's metal covers. They printed 13 of them.
Oh, okay.
It's number 13 of 13. There are no more, So that's, I would just print a certain amount. I wouldn't print
we did
25 of them.
In Mary Machine Gun 2, we had Ed Benez do a cover, and we made them metal, and we printed 10 of those.
Yeah.
And I made sure to give myself number 10. That way I didn't screw someone else out of number 1,
Right.
Gentlemen, I know it's my party, but I'll be right back because nature is calling very fierce. I'll be right back.
Listen to this guy. He could have went and did that while his trailer was playing. But instead, we'll play another one. What do you think? We'll play another one.
Yeah.
Here we go. Check this out, guys.
In the heart of a major city, in a place raised to honor Earth's past protectors, the world will again learn, sometimes, superpowered intrigue doesn't stop at the grave. Galaxy Memorial Park, Volume 1. Crowdfunding now on Fund My Comic.
Yeah. Like that. Go check out Levi's book. Yo.
Yeah.
Over on Fund My Comic. It's, it's what you do. You go, you find the books you like. Hopefully you got people that'll tell you about the good books, so you got something to go look at. We try to provide that service on a regular basis. There are tons of good books to go look at. I was just informed that Vlada Tale of the Damned, Colleen of another Tim Bidger book coming soon. Yeah.
What I miss?
I was just talking about there's another Tim Bidger book coming soon called Colleen.
Oh.
It's a Vlada Tale of the Damned. I think it's a sequel to an older story, an older.
I think
But
I
I'm
saw
not
some,
positive. We'll have to have him out and do the
I
thing.
think I saw some of his pages on a show somewhere. He was showing them. I think.
Man, that dude is just,
They're
Yeah.
super talented.
just makes me jealous and impressed at the same time.
So, you were talking about the medals by Polito. If you like the medals that he puts out, I'm using the same company.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Most people do.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I think
if
there's
you like
only
that
like
quality,
one company in the U.S. that does it.
There's, so I got the name of a
There
couple
might
through.
be more than one, but there's not many.
Yeah, they're not as good. They're not as high quality the way they put together.
Yeah. I took that one that I got from Polito, put it right in the frame. I didn't even fuck with it. Right in the frame. Huh, Pup? What are you doing, Pup? What do you want, Pup? Y'all hear him? Big old mouth. What do you want? What? So this one won't talk to me like Rocky does. What was that? A whine? What was that?
Yeah.
What was that? He won't talk to me like Rocky does. He just come and nudges me with his nose like Zeus used to. I'll have my hand on the mouse. I'll be working. I won't even be paying attention. He'll sneak up behind me and just hit me in the elbow and knock my hand all the way up off the mouse. And I'll be like,
So you guys want to see an exclusive page here that just came in for this book from the colorist?
This is we love exclusives.
So this just came from the colorist. This is for this
Hold on,
book.
Hold on. I have to do this right. Okay. Now set it up.
So I sent it to you if you want to share it. It's right there.
Oh, I gotta remove that and then share that. Oh, there you go.
There it is.
Look at that.
There you go.
And this is
Keeping that thing warm, huh?
drying it off. So this is from the backup story. So it's called, the backup story is called Red Sun of the West, and the character's name is Jinan, and this is her in between killing people, taking a nap.
Gotta take a break every once in a while,
Yeah, getting rested up for the killings coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
Little shower, little nap, little food.
Everybody's got to eat, man.
Yeah, so this one just came back. I was happy with the way this looks too.
I hate when Pill does that to me. Boom! All of a sudden, I'm watching an ad that's you can't shut the volume off on. It's like, hey guys, doing a show right now.
Right. So one of the things I might do though before this reaches print is the image of her on the left with the black around her. I might turn that in, have the colors turn that into the water.
Oh yeah, that might be better.
Yeah,
because that black just kind of stark looking there.
It's a little too much black, but in her defense, I didn't put anything there. Like I didn't mark water there.
Yeah.
So everything else looks really good. That's one of the things I like too. Like very little do I ever have to do as far as corrections. Usually nails it.
Yep, our colors are pretty good like that too. Although we have had to do like, dude, her costume is white, not brown. What are you doing?
If you look at the third panel, so in the comic itself, I'm trying to keep nudity, complete nudity out of it, like blatant. Yeah. So I was like, I drew this panel and I was like, okay, it should be cool. The nipple should be below the panel line, and it wasn't. So I was like, all right, dark undershadow there. But yeah, and that's that for that.
That's funny. Even the printer was trying to get a little dip up.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm
gonna put the panel line right here.
So what I will say to everybody out there is if you're here on the network following the shows, the draw stream, that I jump on every once in a while, you'll see me working on these projects. And then on my show at night on Saturdays, you'll see the same thing, me working on pages of this project. So you're going to see the development if you follow me around.
I mean, if you're watching, you already have seen plenty.
Right.
You are not going to escape Addax.
He's coming for you. Just give in.
Speaking of which, if you haven't been paying attention, Christian does a draw stream himself on the network now, Saturday nights, 9:30 Eastern time, and he has guests and come out and they draw. And a lot of what he draws is what he's showing you right here.
Yes,
He does a lot of work on his own stuff for the purpose of you knowing he really did that.
Getting it done.
Yeah, he really did that. Look.
Yes. If you want to know if I really did it, then you haven't been watching.
Yeah. No AI, no bullshit.
True that.
That's another reason that we love doing the draw streams is that people can come out and show that they're not fake. They're not typing keywords into a freaking, bar to get art, supposedly, whatever you want to call it.
And not for nothing, if you're in the chat, any of the chats, and you're a creator or an aspiring creator, these draw streams are a really good way to network and meet people. Because I've come across at least 3 people that I plan on hitting up for some sort of work in the future.
Yeah, and so many collaborations have come out of our network.
Yeah.
It's crazy, so many. I quit trying to keep track of them a long time ago.
This just probably brings up AI. I've got I guess what would it be considered a hot take on AI that in 5 years it'll be doing like you can just be able to drop a character turnaround in it and it'll do everything you need it to do. And the thing that sucks is that it's gonna take away a lot of creative people's work, but the customer doesn't care. They just want something that looks cool. They don't care if it's AI. They don't care if it's drawn by a person. But what that will do is it will make original artwork the collectible at the time.
Yeah, I also feel that no matter how much it's going to be capable of doing, there is a human energy quality behind the art that it can't do.
Well, no, yeah. It can't reach any emotion.
Right.
I mean, I've tried to have Chat GPT. I'm like, write me a 4-page Mary Machine Gun script just to see what it comes up with, And I'm like, this is stupid.
And it just comes back tits, ass, tits.
I'm just like I just don't look at it, for character development or character design, something that's not going to print. Hey, use it all you want, right? But damn, man, draw stuff for me for real.
Right.
Use it for
take it easy, Subpack Vet. Thanks for watching, man.
AI, the thing I ever use it for is like for making jokes.
Yeah, I mean, memes and shit. Do whatever you want, right? But don't use it. Just don't sell it as art like you drew it. This is where I get mad. Somebody calls it their own art.
Yeah.
Claims it as something they created. No, you didn't. You typed some damn keywords into a prompt. It's not creating any freaking thing. I don't give a fuck who you are, and I'll go die on that hill. That's not creating art. You have to put pencil to paper or brush to canvas or some kind of physical something in order for me to acknowledge, art.
In order to be an artist, there's a thing that is required. It's called talent.
Yeah. I was just thinking that's what you were going to say. Yeah.
But I mean, even digital artists, they have a stylist or whatever. They're putting,
they're got talent.
Yes, they're doing the art. Okay. When you're just saying, yo, Mid-Journey, I want a Pops Van Zant looking like character mashed up with the Dread Pirate Roberts. What do you got? That's not art, guys.
AI. Anyone that can speak a language, any language, can do AI. As long as you have the ability to understand
Type words. You can type words.
As long as you're not brain dead, you can do AI art. And I'm sorry if that offends AI artists, but really, it's the truth. Digital art, people try to say, oh, why do you have a problem with AI? Digital art's been around forever. Yes, but the digital art is still has a creator creating with
still work involved.
Like that is
someone
actually
is drawing that line.
Right. that is actually a tool, digital art.
But I had to retype the prompt words 43 times to get what I wanted.
Right. That's because that person's an idiot.
Exactly.
Does not have mastery of any language.
That just means that you had to type words. You're just admitting you were typing words. You weren't creating art.
And listen, if you can't get AI technology to work for you, just go back to bagging at the supermarket. Just saying.
I got AI to finally cuss. I was working with Grok, trying to get it to write like a song about Mary Machine Gun and about how badass she was, right? And it kept writing some pretty cool lines and stuff like that. And I was like, no, cuss in it, make it brutal. And finally, it took forever, but finally I got her to do it, and it turned out all right. You know, it's still a crap AI song, but it's just something fun to do. You know,
the only thing I do with Grok is make it contradict itself.
I don't remember if it was Grok or if it was ChatGPT, but I remember having it put my photo in, literally put my photo in, and told it what to make me look like. And I've become Chinese. I've become some sort of dark Spanish. I've become everything except what I am.
Well, yeah, because you can't be a white guy. You can't be a white guy on that stuff.
I'm like, this is fucked up. And then I found one that just made me fatter than I really am, and it really upset me, hurt my feelings.
Grok, make this motherfucker fat.
It's like, oh, you want to be white? Well, you're going to be fat too. How's that? Fat and bald.
Yeah, we're okay with that, right? Right? We're okay. You know, I'm not bald, but
no, you're not. I'm freshly shaven because crop signs were starting to pop up.
Really?
When I got out of the army, like my hairline was like halfway back to the middle of my head. I was like, this sucks. Come on.
But nowadays, that's fashionable.
Yeah. Well, now I got like a skullet or something going on here.
A skullet?
He has an inverted mullet.
Do you got the Jesse Ventura, bro?
No, I got the Devin Townsend from.
Mine's all jacked up. You know, I don't have just the regular cul-de-sac back here. Mine goes. It looks like the map of the United States. It goes in different directions.
What are you doing with that? That's for cheating. That's why that's my GPS officer.
This guy's
Take a look.
Patriot. He has the U.S. on his head. No, that's balding.
See the little red pin? That's where I'm going.
You're right.
Why my eyes are all red.
Yeah, just do the Bam Bam Bigelow, man. Get the flames going. That'd be sweet.
Oh, that's hysterical. I just said that to someone where I work is getting the hair treatments done. And I was like, just go bald, dude. And he's like, yeah, but I've been bald for a while, shaving it, and I miss my hair and whatever. I said, fuck it, just do the Bam Bam Bigelow, put flames on your head.
Yeah.
I think he was a little too young. I don't think he knew who Bam Bam Bigelow was.
If I ever really started like losing my hair, I would just go straight bald. You know,
that's what I did.
Full on, whatever the hell those razors they sell on Facebook are. You know, I'd just go straight to that. Keep it shaved in the shower
Max.
every day.
Max, I
Manscaped.
have one.
Yep. See, there you go.
I have one.
But see, if you're bald, do you need that?
Well, you need it to get the hairs that still want to grow. You know, you gotta teach them a thing or two.
Well, you see, look,
Get them in line.
they haven't given up yet. Don't kill them. They haven't given up yet.
No, their friends left them there to die and fend for themselves, and that's it.
It's like a Viking war, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
Boy, am I glad that my steel hasn't gone that far
Those-
back.
Those stray hairs were like, "Go on, save yourselves."
Stranded in a skin desert.
Forget about me. Tell them I love them. Tell my family I miss them.
Can't you just take a lighter to those things every now and then, though?
Well, that doesn't feel good.
Poof. Oh, come on, man. You just poof over. They just burn up. It's just like setting fire to your arm hair. It doesn't do shit. Come on.
You know what's not fun is when the battery to your shaver is dying out and it just starts.
It starts pulling
hair.
them. Yeah. It starts pulling them. Yeah. Yeah. It
Like-
sucks.
I remember back in the late '80s, mid to late '80s, my mother bought this thing called an Epilady.
yeah. Mom had one of those.
It just looked like it hurt. It was a tightly knit spring that vibrated back and forth real quick and ripped hair out.
Ripped hair out of your leg.
I was like, "You're insane!"
Lord.
And all you would hear out of the bathroom is you'd hear the motor going and
my mom bought all that shit. She had that and like some laser hair removal thing that didn't do a thing.
Oh man, I remember in college, lost a bet one time. Me and a buddy of mine, we both lost. So the punishment was, we had to put Nair on our chest.
ooh, it shit burns,
No.
right?
No, only on the nipples. Never get that shit on your nipples. It will fricassee them bastards. I'm telling you, you will never forgive yourself ever.
Note to self: don't near the nipples.
Don't Nair the nipples.
Keep it away from the fun zones.
You put some pasties on there. If you don't
Oh, could you imagine? Can you imagine the dudes that put it on their nuts?
That's
Oh,
what I'm
God.
saying. They've got special stuff for that. But
No.
if you use Nair on there, that would like
No.
chemically
Those are
burn
the-
your shit.
Those are
No.
the same. Those are the same people that can't master AI.
Did you see the meme that had it says scrolling through Facebook in 2013 and it had a picture of the Princess Bride and the six-fingered man. And
Yeah.
Dread Pie Roberts is like, "You've been generated by AI."
And that is a great place to call this one, guys. I gotta open the studio up for D so he can take his next episode of the Social Hour for next week. And,
All right.
let's see, we may have an It's Freaking Figures tonight. That was yet to be determined. Not sure. That's up to Dustin and Zombie. But if there is, we'll definitely let y'all know. Tuesday morning brew tomorrow. Then I got a meeting with Max and Deepak, and we're gonna work on the Roku design page thing.
Pictures and stuff, colors and all sorts of things.
Yeah. We're gonna work on the
Yeah.
page design for the Roku channel. So
Pops, if you're ever looking for someone for the figure show, let me know. I got tons of crap.
well, that's Dustin, man. Geek
Yeah.
Man. Just hit him up. Tell him you want to be a guest.
I got
Just
stuff
hit him up.
made.
You guys, you don't need me to interact with each other. You don't. You can do it. You can
Pops,
do it.
can you pass this note at lunchtime, Pops?
Do
We
you
put
like
you all on
me?
the same
Yes,
network
no.
for a reason. Yeah.
Can I come on your show? Circle yes or no.
All right, folks. You know how we do it. Y'all have a great night. We hope you appreciate what all these great creators are doing for you. Go check out what they do. Share out what they do. Even if it's not for you, like I said, you might have a friend or two that's totally down with that.
Yeah, if
go
you don't
check
like
out
if you don't like superheroes and you know someone that does, send them my way.
Go over and check out the Addax stuff. I mean, to me, it's very Conan meets Gore.
All right.
If you
It
know what I'm
reminds
talking
me
about.
of the Wildcats and all those things from early Image. Was that Image? Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that stuff, man. I like that stuff.
I like that. I like that. That makes me feel good because I'm definitely drawing some inspiration from that time period in those books. So that's good.
Very good. So there you have it, people. Go check it out. And don't forget to check out everything going on in the madness. We got all kinds of stuff. Gaming streams, everything. Wednesday game stream, Thursday game stream. We're just having too much fun up in here.
Don't cross the streams.
Hey, it could happen. Those game streams could become one big one. You never know.
The only place where you're crossing the streams is good.
Well, I thought crossing the streams was bad, Egon.
Yeah, yeah, but look at Egon's the only one that's a ghost.
You see. Cross the streams, people. Make it happen.
Yeah, good luck on the campaign, Christian.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, guys. Everybody, go check it out.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm trying to find stuff, but I can't find it. I'm just dumb sometimes. I think we had another ad we wanted to play. I think we did. Yeah, that one. All right. Bye, everybody.
It's Flip City Magazine, The Parodies, Special Edition, with savage send-ups of The Walking Dead, Star Trek Picard, Stranger Things, The Mandalorian, Guardians of the Galaxy, and more from the first 4 years of Flip City. Get Flip City The Parodies free when you subscribe in print at flipcitymag.com. The world's best satire magazine, and never, ever woke.
I'll tell you, I'm at Steel City Comic Con. You're watching me at Madness Comic Network. What a crowd. Love it.